in a gathering in Johannesburg at the time, I told some young, brilliant, intelligent group of people that invited me to that summit that there is no meekness in the weakness that is not worked on. There is no meekness in the weakness that is not worked on. Life comes with weaknesses. Man have weakness. Women have weakness. Men have weakness. We grow with our weaknesses based on different factors, family life, societal influences. We all have weaknesses. So as we grow, we begin to see our weaknesses and we begin to, correct it per time. But you see, most of us, by virtue of opportunity, have allowed those weaknesses to stick to us. There is no meekness in the weakness you can work on. There is no meekness in the weakness you can work on. You are weak in this area and you can work on it. You are weak in that area and you can work on it. Hunger is a weakness, but you can work on it. You can work on it. Anytime you have business, you fail in that business. It might be your weakness, but you can work on it. Academic failure, business failure, and you know your weakness about that. Maybe you spend too much into your investment. You know your weakness. You can work on it. Life comes with weaknesses, but ability to work on our weaknesses is what makes us. We undo ourselves running away from our weaknesses. We undo ourselves not learning through how to work on that weakness. There are things I don't know, and I know it's my weakness. What I do is to go out and find a way to learn them. Learning is the best way to correct weaknesses of life. You know you are married and you can't cook a particular meal as a woman, and your husband feels he loves it. You can go out of your comfort zone and learn it. It's not being weak. It's a sign of meekness. There are weak parts of us that we have to learn. Not only from ourselves, even for our children to learn from us. You know how you abuse people. You know how you talk to people. You learn through that. It's not meekness to be weak. You can walk on part of life, but God has given us privilege to leverage on learning. The greatest aspect of my life is the learning skill. I learn anything. What I don't know, I go after it learning. There was a time in my life in which when I talk, people doesn't even hear me well. I have to learn how to talk. I don't need to go to school of it. I have to find pathway to read. There's some time in your learning platform. You just need to watch people. You just need to listen to people. You just need to grow that your idea. You just need to study them. That is the way to go. You can't sit down in that weakness. You have to work on it. That is why you have all it takes to do that. Let me tell you something. The reason why you are human is because you are a being. You are a being that is human. And when you are human, you have weakness. And the only way to work on the weakness is because you have to push what is that weakness out of you by learning through them. Let me tell you something. Great empires are built through learning. Business that is collapsing are built. I knew by virtues of the kind of study I've studied, how many people who have grown through their weakness. Do you know what they learn it through? At a time in my life, as a researcher, I loved the way they packaged our lecturer when I was in school, when I was still, a technologist. And I look at them. They gave them everything they need. I love it. And I knew that my weakness then was this and that. I went to one of them and I asked them, please, can you teach me how to do this thing? Though I got a negative answer, but that is not the end of the world. There's a time in which when you are about to learn to win on your weakness, you meet a stumbling block. That doesn't mean that's the end. When you meet stumbling block, that simply means that is a way through. The essence of stumbling blocks, the essence of obstacles, the essence of holes and pits is because there is a way out of it. So I went through them. Oh, teach me. They said, no, there were stumbling blocks. This is not your area. You are not permitted to be in this area. No one will give you chance, ladies and gentlemen. But do you know one thing? Go past these obstacles. You can go past through that pit. And before you know, you begin to win through. That is the way we do. 80% of my life adventure are full with obstacles. I made significant obstacles. Some of them come with confrontation. No, we won't allow you go. Thank you very much. You may not allow me to go, but there are ways to go about it. You may not allow me to walk through, but there are ways to walk through about it. Things may not look the way you think it should go, but I know God has a pattern for me to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, don't allow people to look down on you because of your weakness. You can work on it. You can build over them. You can find a way around it. There is no obstacle that should stop you from growing. Why? Because of weakness? No, they shouldn't stop you. I have seen many real life obstacles at a very tender age growing up. At the time I told somebody, I said, what I've seen at 36, I wish a 66 years old could see it. Do you know why? Because every day and every journey of my life are with drastic and powerful obstacles. They are full of significant obstacles. At the time, I have to say, Father, I wish this obstacle to continue, because the more I win over the obstacles, the more breakthrough comes. You will soon be winning over your own obstacles. You will soon be winning over your own obstacles. You will soon be triumphant over your own obstacles. I'm inspiring your mind now to see that obstacles are just there. They are not limitations to stop you. Obstacles are just there. They are not limitations to stop you. Barricades are just there. They are not limitations to stop you. They are walls of life, but they are not limitations to stop you. It is your will to change that patterns. My father said something. He said, though we didn't see the wall of school, you will get to the height of it. I was asking myself, why did this man say it? He saw there's limitation, but maybe he was unable to pass through the limitation. But the only way he could pass through is to invest in me so that I can pass through. There are sometimes your limitation may not allow you, but there's a way around it. How do you always find a way around your situation? People who get to the top find a way around their situation. Find a way around their situation. When limitation stops you, that means you have ended your life. When you have gotten to your bus stop, there is a place to start with. And how do you get it? Finding ways around them. One of the greatest ways to find things around situations of life is in God. I told you, God matters. to me. I enjoy that divinity harem. God matters to me. I don't care what men say about me. God matters to me. I don't care about the situation. God matters to me. I don't care about the realm. God matters to me. I don't care about my condition now. God matters to me. I don't care about that breakdown. God matters to me. I don't care about my background. God matters to me. I don't care about what I'm passing through. What matters to me is that limitation is not stopping me. And when you know that limitation is not stopping you, then they can't stop you. You are winning through this time. You are winning through this time. My sincere prayer for you today is that nothing like limitation will stop you henceforth. There is no weakness in your life that will stop you from walking on it. Every time you look at yourself, tell yourself, I can walk on this weakness. I can walk on these weaknesses. I can walk on these weaknesses. I can walk on this challenge. I can walk on this peace. I can walk on this situation. And before you know, you see that situation also around it will begin to find its way out. Welcome to your word.
Once in life we live, we are grooming destiny. Let's ignite what today. The hope of the future we see.